Hey guys, welcome back to my another video. On this video, I'm gonna show you the authentications on the React applications, right? So I built the API on the back end, and that API will create the users, and you can also authenticate the users, and it's gonna give you the JWT token. And based on this token, I could able to call the any of the resources are available for that API. So this is how my UI look like. I already create the static HTML web page here, and this is my going to be my home page. It's not going to do anything. It's just my home page, and it's pointing on the home.html. So if I go to the login page, then this is my login page. How it looks like. It looks really nice, really good, and you could able to submit and you can log in. And this is my sign up page. It's exactly like a login, but more informations here, such as name, email, and a password. And you can also do logout. Yep, it doesn't have any pages, no need to be any pages, but if you log out, then it's supposed to log out you or user, right? And I'm gonna show you my API now. What's going to be my API? So this is a Swagger doc which I created, and I created and using the Spring Boot applications. And the backend database I was using MySQL here, and I'm running the JAP server here, right? And it's running the Apache and MySQL. I don't need to run Apache at all, but anyway, but MySQL server is running on 3306 port as usual. And this is a table. It's called, yeah, it's called a grab, but it's fine. Yeah, it's just tables here. It's just the clone, I guess. So it has a couple of tables here. The first is a hibernate sequence, which is created by the Spring, just to track of the sequence of the tables, which is created by Spring Boot. And I have something called JWT blacklist, and basically it's gonna blacklist the token. If I log out, then it's gonna blacklist that token. And another one is a location. It's basically the tables there where we can call it, and there's a restaurant tables also, and this is my user, which will add the list of the user. If I go here, I have only one user which is created by the system now. And if I go in my role, of course, the user can have a multiple roles, and here is a role, and here is another tables for roles, which is binding with the roles. Okay. So that's all it does at this time. So if I go in my Swagger doc, I want to show you the first thing that this API is working. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new user here. So I will try it out on the email. Maybe I'll just type a goku at dbg.com, right? It doesn't even matter what you put it here. I'll just put a Goku. So name is Goku and password also Goku. So if I execute this, then okay, it's gonna create me a new user called Goku, and it's gonna give me the JWT token. And authorities, which is a role which I got, is user. And if I go it here, and if I click on the users, then here my user is created, and it also assign you the roles, and the custom role which I assign is a user. Okay, so this is my JWT token. If I copy this token and I will put in JWT IO. There is a JWT IO where you can paste this token here, and you can decode that token, how it looks like. I also added the additional claim on the token. So my token can carry a lot of information. So if I paste this, then as you guys can see, my something is a subject is a Goku, and here also it carry the ID. Of course, it's gonna carry the expiration date, and it's gonna also carry, this is also going to be date, of course. And here is the email and the username also. So it's gonna carry the email and the username, and with the user ID as well. The user ID is 5. If I go in 5, then it's carry that one too. Okay. But I don't need to decode this because I already got a couple of the information already here, such as name, expiration date, and the authority which I have. But I could also decode this, right, using the JWT decode. And here is a packages. There's really good packages where you can decode the JWT token. Okay, you pass the token and it's gonna decode it. And once you decode it, then you will see all the informations about that token. but I will not parse it because I already got the couple of the information which I need, such as name, uh, token, of course, and the authorities. So this is how the this API will create me a new user. API v1 does register, and if I go in authenticate now, and I will try to get authenticate that user. So I'll just goku.dbg.com, and if I put a password, I think I put a make a password Goku, then I will execute. Then I will see that my new token has been arrived and is accessed. If I put something else on the password, then it will, yep, it will give me an error here, but it says the access denied. Okay, the message is access denied. So this is authenticated, and now the last I'm going to show you guys the logout. What happened if the user log out? So in a logout, I just need to pass the bear token. So I'll just use keyword called bear, and I will pass my token here, and I will execute. Once I execute, it says log out successfully. And once I log out, now I try to oh no, I can of course register it, but I try to get the resources from that token, and the resources I want to get is a restaurant, so it will give me a restaurant list. And if I use a bear token here, paste it and execute, it will not allow me. It says access denied already. Okay, so now let me uh, try to authenticate again and execute it. Once I execute it, of course I put a bad password here. If I put a Goku here, then of course it's gonna give me the uh, if I execute, and it will give me the token. Let me check. I think my my JSON is not formatted well. Okay, so if I execute it now, it will give me the token here. So based on this token, now I get able to get the resources, which is restaurant. If I paste it here, if I execute, then I will see a two restaurant list here called Burger King and the Subway. So this is the API which I'm going to use on my React applications. And okay, and I'm also gonna use the Redux. I'm going to store my all the user information on the Redux state. I could I don't have to register on Redux state for this tutorial, but I will store in the Redux tutorials because this tutorial is going to be for the Redux as well. And maybe in next video, maybe I'll try to create without using a Redux. But for this one, I will use a Redux. And if you guys don't know Redux, then it's a state management tools which you can implement on your React applications. And it's similarly like a context API. You can also use the context API, okay, for React. And context API will do exactly this, like same similar like a Redux, but people are also using the Redux a lot, right? I mean, both are really popular. It's really up to you guys which one you use, but for this tutorial, I'm gonna use the Redux, okay? And if you guys didn't watch the video for the Redux, then I already created the for the series for the Redux, which you guys can watch it. I will put this video or link below on this video as well. Okay, so now let's jump directly to the code and let's do some coding. Okay, so this is my template. I have home, sign in, and sign up. That's all. These three pages. I show you. This is my template, which I'm gonna use it. I'm not gonna type all this template CSS stuff code because it will take a lot of time to type this HTML. So I already created. Okay. So now the first thing is I will make sure that what packages I have installed. So I'll just go in my package.json. So it looks like I don't have any package installed. So I need couple of the packages. Okay. Okay. So I will just go in my new terminal here. And I will go in my CD back. This is my food delivery. So if I go ls, then I will see my all these files here. You know what? I will make the Git repository as well. So I'll just do a git init. Okay, and I will make another branch for this one. So this is branch is going to be this is going to be a tutorial for the auth, right? So auth dev. Okay, I'll create a branch called auth dev. So if I check my branch, you guys don't need to worry about this git, and I'll just create, oops, check out auth grips. Okay, so I'm in different branch, so I don't want to miss any master branch. Okay, okay, good. So now I also already create these applications, and this application is which I created using a React CLI. Okay, I'm going to show you that one as well. So you guys can follow this npx create, and you can able to create this application. So once you type this, then it's going to give you this file. Okay, so it will give you the public. Here you can see index.html, and you will see in the source these files. And what I really did was, after you install this using that npx, just do npm start. Okay, once you do npm start, then it's going to run your applications, and my application is running on localhost 3000. If I print localhost 3000, then this is how it looks like, this one. Okay, so now if I go in my template here, and if I go in my app.js, so I don't need, you know what, the first thing, let me install a couple of the packages before I do anything, because I need a lot of packages. Okay, dependencies, not packages, sorry, dependencies. So here the dependencies what I have is React DOM and React script, which is comes with the template. So what I'm going to install is, I'm going to npm install. I'm going to install, the first thing is a React router, which I need for routing, and I need a Redux, which I'm going to use it, and I'm going to use something called Redux, Redux, and of course the React Redux, all right, and of course the Redux tonk for calling the async call, and I'm going to use Axios to call my all the APIs. So once I have this all packages type, then I'll just do enter, and now it's going to install on my food delivery app, which is going to be this. Okay, so once it's installing here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little bit cleanup here. So the cleanup is basically, I don't need any of this, so I'll just do type. It doesn't even matter what you type here, test, because I want to see that it's clean up on the back. Okay, its test is printing right here, all right, on the back. Oops, I clicked something here. Okay, right here. Okay, looks good so far. So what I'm gonna do now is, I'm gonna go index the CSS, and let me go to the app.css. It already comes with a couple of the CSS which I don't need. I'm gonna remove, and I'm gonna remove this index.css as well. This index.css is defined on my index.js here. So that's why I could able to use index.css, and I don't need this measuring your performance of your app stuff, report something. I will remove it. Okay. So once I have this, right? So I have this. So now let me go to my template. So this is my template which I already created, and this is my style which I have. So I'll copy my style and put it here. Okay. I'm not gonna type this all HTML stuff. I'll just copy and paste. And this is my home already created. So I will just go into my home and check what I have. So I have something called header. So on a header, so I'll copy this header code, and I'm gonna go in my here. So I already passed this. So I will create a new folder here called components. Component, I misspelled the components. It's components. Okay. So inside the component, I will create something called layout. Okay. So inside the layout, I will create something called header. Okay, header.js, and this is going to be my React component. So React functional component. Okay, so this is my function component. I will put the header here, and of course the React JS X doesn't need this class name. It doesn't like the class. It like the class name, so I will change to class name. Okay, my header is ready. So let me create another component called footer. Okay, so this is going to be my footer, and footer is exactly like a header. So I'll just copy this here. Only the difference is I need to paste that footer div. Okay, so this is my footer. So I'm going to copy this footer and I will go to my footer. This is footer. Yep, it is footer. I need to change the name. So I'll pass this footer here, and instead of header, I will put the footer. Okay, export as a footer. Okay, and of course, I need to change everything. I use a control D to select this if you guys didn't know, and just type this name. That's all. So it's going to change everything. And I'm using the Visual Studio if you guys didn't know. Okay. So I have already created a footer and a header component. Now I want to see how it looks like here on app because app is printing at the first time. I don't need this logo as well. So let me write here the header. Okay. And let me write the footer. Okay. Footer. And I will, okay. Now it gave me a error. My header and footer is not defined. The reason behind is I need to import that header, and where I'm getting is from the components from layout done header. Okay, so now it's going to give me another complaint that footer is doesn't define, so I will need to get that from the footer. So once I have header and footer, I'll just save it. Save it. Let me check, did I return this? Yeah, I did return this and save it. Okay, I'll just try to refresh it manually. Okay, so looks like my HTML is showing up, but looks like my the class doesn't even work. The reason behind it, I'm using the Bootstrap CSS class here. So I need to put the Bootstrap CSS on my Redux application as, sorry, not Redux, React application as well. So in index.html, I will just pass my link of the Bootstrap here. Once I pass it, it looks like this now. Okay, I mean 100%. It looks like this, which is great. So now I need the middle sections of the home, which is the home main. So I'll just copy this and I will go directly to my index.html, and I don't need index.html. It's called the app.js. Here it is printing. So I'll just put it here for now just to see how it looks like. Okay, it looks like this now. Perfect. So now I need to create a couple of the other pages and I need to create a router for that one. So for that one. Okay. So I will create the router in the next video, and on this video I'm going to stop it here. So I'm going to recap what we did from first time, and I'm going to also show you, I believe my all the my packages it's been installed, I believe. Uh, but let me check what my package it's been installed before I close this. Okay, a complete, looks like my packages doesn't even been installed somehow. Oh, because this should be space here. This should be space here. Okay, I need to install React Router, Redux, React Router state, and this one. Okay, so while installing these packages now, it's not installed before because of that spelling mistake, or somehow it's been concatenated that one, but it's fine. So far what we did on this video is I have already created the HTML CSS as you guys can saw before. So what I really did on here is basically I removed all the code that is coming with it, and I copied my custom CSS which I wrote it. So I created my custom CSS here, pasted on index CSS. Why I put it here, the reason behind it on my index.js, which is calling the app component, which I have it here. It is using the CSS, it's importing CSS here. That's why it's we can use this CSS here. Okay, so in app component, what we did is we created the header component here, component that layout folder. Inside the layout is here. Inside here, I create a footer and a header. So this is my header, and I put a footer here. And this is my div. That's all what we did. And it looks like all my packages, sorry, dependencies had been installed. So it's installing Axios, React, which is comes with it, and React Redux and Redux Dong, which is good, and uh, and the React router. Let me check here. React router. Yep, React router as well for routing. So in the next video, we're gonna create a couple more pages, right? A couple modules, and we're gonna also create the React, we're going to discuss routing on the next video. So thank you very much for this watching this tutorials, guys, and I'm going to stop it here. So I will see you on the next video. And if you guys like my videos or my series, please do subscribe and give a like. Okay, thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye.